Well, hello and welcome to Wooden, What You Don't Need, and today we're going to have a look at this swatch here. Now, why do I have three swatches on this table? Well, because they're all in a way interlinked, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Now, first of all, let's get the other two out of the way, and let's take the star of today's video, which is this swatch. And the code name for this swatch is, let me read it here, it is YVS454. No, they gave me the wrong box. This is the wrong box. Now, the code name for this one, the number for this one is it YCS465, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, YCS465. And I think that this watch also has a more user-friendly name. It's called something like Rattlesnake or SnakeSomething, and I think that is because the subdials, they can remind you of a face of a snake. So this is called Snake or Rattlesnake or something like that. What kind of watch is this? This is a SWATCH Irony from 2005. So this watch, as of tomorrow, will be 20 years old. And look at the pristine conditions of this one. I have worn this watch for about 3 days now, so you can see that there's already some wear on the strap. But apart from that, this watch is brand new, and I bought it new old stock from a shop, and I'll tell you about this shop in just a second. Let's have a look at the watch once again. The dial, as we have seen, has Arabic numbers on the 12, 3, 6 and 9 position. It has your date on the 4 o'clock position. It has the subdials. The lower subdial is for seconds, and as you can see, the seconds are ticking. The other two subdials are for minutes in the chronograph mode and for tenths of seconds in the chronograph mode, because as you can see, this is a chrono swatch with the chronograph function. We have an outer bezel that gives you the occasion of using it as a tachymeter, and what is very nice in my opinion about the outer bezel is that, albeit being made of plastic, quite likely, it is so shiny that it reminds me of a ceramic bezel. And here you have it. You have your pushers or buttons, top and bottom. The top one lets you start or stop the stopwatch, as you can see. Then you stop it. This dial tells you the tenths of second. This one tells you the minutes. The bottom dial is always ticking with your seconds of your local time, and then with the bottom pusher you reset everything. Beautiful movement of the hands of the watch, and beautiful hands of the beautiful second hand and hands of the subdials. They are a metallic red color, which goes really well with the black and green of the dial. And also the hour and minute hand, they are very legible with the white inlays. So legibility on this one is very good. And let's have a look at the case of this watch. This is a stainless steel case. I like the brushing on this stainless steel case, and I'm happy I kept this sticker on the back, which tells you the code number of this one, and under it says, well, SWATCH Irony stainless steel, water resistant, which means that this is splash resistant because it is only 30 meters water resistant, which means that I wouldn't go swimming with this one. You can see that here it says jewels. I can tell you that this one has 4 jewels. So under the sticker, it's 4 written in digits and letters. And then here it says Swiss made or something like that. Here it tells you the kind of battery. Let's have a look at the beautiful, in my opinion, leather strap. This is a leather strap with white stitching. And here the buckle is made of steel and it's polished and it's engraved with Swatch. And the keeper or loop here is made of leather. How do I know it's leather? Because it says so, and it says Swatch genuine leather. I know this is not a premium kind of leather, but still, this is nice feeling leather. I mean, to the touch, it feels very nice, and plus the stitching, in my opinion, gives it a very nice look. So, what's the story with this 20-year-old watch? Well, I bought it in
the same watch
in the same shop in which I bought this watch about a year ago, and this was a chrono swatch made for the Athens Olympics of 2004. So this was 20 years old when I bought it. This is an Irony swatch. What's particular about this one, and there's a view dedicated to this, it's that the metal part are made of aluminum, so this one is very light, and also it has the plastic case called Diaphane, because it's transparent. And why did I buy this watch? Well, only to have the strap it came with. But you can listen to the whole story of these watches in this one on the dedicated video that I will link in the description below. Bottom line is that I bought this for 55 euros, and I think it's a great price. It cost originally 110 or 115. And so what are my thoughts on these watches? Well, my thoughts are that I am slowly falling in love with the swatches. I used to have them back in the late 80s or early 90s. You know, they were made of plastic, and pretty much they got ruined because the plastic used to discolor or get hard and then break. But these ones, the Irony or Diaphane, or even more so the automatic, which I will show you in a second, these are something else. These are different. These are Swiss-made watches, or at least so they say on the dial. They won't get ruined as easily as the plastic-made one. They are also serviceable, because I've seen many videos online of watchmakers who managed to open the case, well, actually to have access to the movement of these watches by simply lifting the outer bezel and pulling out the dial with the movements attached underneath, so you can even service them. And so you have, as far as the Irony are concerned, like this one is an Irony automatic watch. As far as the Irony are concerned, you have watches with, well, the whole case, or at least part of the case, made of metal, with a good, even though basic movement. The movement on these ones, the quartz movement, is quite accurate. The movement on the automatic ones, this is a pre-System 51 movement, but still, you know, it tells you the time, and if you treat it well, it will be reasonably accurate. So you have a watch with good quality materials, even leather straps, for comparatively low price, especially if we consider that I have bought these two ones at half price. So yeah, I'm quite happy with these. They are a bit water resistant. Oh, and you can see I bought this about a year ago, okay, and look at the accuracy. I mean, it's fairly accurate. I've never ever touched this one. You will have to take my word for it, but see, this is my G-Shock Square. It hasn't received the atomic signal tonight, but this Casio G-Shock is pretty accurate. And, well, it's maybe a minute slow, this one, but in a whole year or almost a year, the time on this one is still ticking quite accurately. So, yeah, final thoughts. I like this kind of swatches, particularly these ones, the serviceable ones. Quality material, nice look to them. I like the way they fit on my 6.5 inch wrist, or 16.5 centimeters. Let me give you a wrist shot. Yeah, here it is on my thin wrist. I think it looks cool. I like swatches. I didn't want to, but I'm falling in love with them. And this is it for this episode of Wooden What You Don't Need. I'll see you on the next. Ciao.